This is going to be a sidestepping variation to work on lateral hip stability for someone who especially needs something to hold on to with both hands. So I'm going to take a red band, which is one of our lighter bands. I'm going to start off with my knees all the way together, tying this band just above my knees. So nice and snug. I'm going to make a neat little bow here around my legs. So I want to make sure knees start together so I can, as I spread my feet apart, have some tension in the band. Now, a couple important points here. One is going to be, in the beginning with this, I'm going to keep bilateral upper extremity support. I like to have patients actually press down. This could be a countertop or a table. Press down so that I feel like I can engage my stomach and also pull my shoulders down. So that'll give me a little bit of tension in my armpit as well as coming through my trunk. So I begin this drill by pressing down into the surface and feeling that tension in the stomach with some tension on the band. And starting off, I just do an isometric hold for 3 to 5 seconds and then relax. So the cues I give are to lightly press down into the heel of the hands, try and pull your pelvis underneath you, and maintain a little bit of tension on the band, not letting my knees cave in towards each other. And then from there, if that's going well, the next step in the process will be to add some movement. So I do all the same cues, pressure into the hands, tuck my pelvis, and I see how I feel doing a slow side step and a slow step back in. And I usually begin by having a patient alternate sides. So stepping out to the side here, putting weight on that foot, stepping back slowly. The key is the slow movement in and out of the position. The other key is to make sure that when I step, I don't have this dip of the shoulder as I go to lift that leg. So that's where the two-hand support and pressing down, I really try and keep my shoulders square as a cue that I give the patients without any tipping side to side. Going side to side slowly. Now, to make this harder, I've got two options. One would be to decrease my upper extremity support, or it would be to take this band further down around my ankles. So one option is going to be taking one hand away, making sure my shoulders stay square, and I can trade off. So if my right leg is moving, that's the hand I'm going to hold with. If my left leg is getting ready to move, I'm holding on with my left hand for a counterbalance. So decrease hand support is one. The other option will be to take this band and take it further down my leg around my ankle, which will also make this a little bit more challenging. So I'll start once again, two-hand support, lateral step, back in, slow is the key, right? Coming out, back in, slow. Now I have some patients who have issues even lifting their foot off the ground. So for them, I would take a towel or have them do it in a sock at home so that after they step out to really slow the motion, they can let their foot slide on their kitchen floor as opposed to stepping out and not being able to resist it and it snap back in. So I want to make sure that that return is slow, and sometimes letting that foot drag on the ground allows that to be easier. So once again, I start band around the knees, two-hand support, work on taking one away, band around the ankles. I can start off with two-hand support, taking one away, and then working towards, if that's too hard, I can come back to this slide, which would be a regression if someone lifting that band snaps back in.